Alright. So, the stream title, not quite accurate, at least not yet. Wanted to show off this little game that Donkey mentioned in a video a while back, and I decided to look it up. It's pretty cheap. It's a lot of fun. I want to see if it streams alright. It should. It's a pixel game, or pixel art game. But there are a lot of moving parts happening all at once, so who knows, maybe it might drop frames. But this is Zero Ranger, so it's a shoot 'em up. It's got 2 modes right now. I think they're going to be adding a 3rd eventually, but right now green-orange is the normal one, so we're going to start there. It can play as either of these 2 ships. I prefer this one, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go to become Zero Ranger. Alright. So, obviously, it's a standard shoot 'em up. You notice that the screen is not quite taking up the full area, obviously, because it's a shoot 'em up. Orange shots are bad. Or actually, running into anything is bad, but orange shots are the very clear damaging things. You can run into enemies and it not damage you immediately, but it will, like that. Okay, so I bumped into those guys too often and got hit. This is not a great run. I was just kind of trying to show off the little thing and got distracted. Looks like I haven't dropped any frames, so I hope it looks alright. I looked at the stream to see if it looks good. But yeah, I don't generally like shoot-em-ups all that much, but this one really, after I played a little bit of it, I really got into it. So here's our first mini-boss. And just gotta take out these things up front. Now he's gonna use different attacks. There we go. So yeah, I quite like this game now that I've played a good bit of it. Let's see, there's some guys getting in. Got that one. Alright, actual boss time. But yeah, this game starts off pretty simple, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's a simple shooter, shoot 'em up kind of, a bullet hell kind of thing. But as you get deeper into it, there's actually a lot of stuff that starts coming up that I thought was really interesting. So first off, you'll notice I just had this shooter, but now I get to get a choice. Do I want to shoot backwards or do I want to shoot to the side? I want to shoot to the side. So we get that upgrade. You have restored the power of wonky R. So press fire 2. There we go. Got our side shot. The other one literally lets you shoot behind you, which is nice at certain levels, but I prefer to be able to shoot from side to side. Second stage. So I should note, as you've probably already gathered from me telling a bunch of information about the game, I've played a good bit of this at this point. And gotten pretty far into it. It is, like I said, it's pretty cheap, but there's a lot of, frankly, I think a lot of content here, especially on the replayability of trying to go through and do better. Oh boy, almost took damage there. And there's a couple interesting little reveals that happen. It actually has a story going on, believe it or not. It's a shoot 'em up with a story, and I actually really love that. It doesn't really reveal the story immediately. You just kind of play the game at first, just see how far you can get. I almost forgot about that. So you can stay behind these walls, or you can fly ahead. I'm going to stay behind so I can just let them do a little work. Keep my multiplier counter going. My score up. One thing about score is that if you get your score high enough and you fill up the bar properly, you can get more hits, so I just lost a hit, so getting a hit would be nice. I am just an idiot right now. That was awful. I'm trying to actually make it to the next boss before, you know, actually die. So, just to be clear, I've also reset the my playthrough so that we can experience it from the get-go. There we go. Those boxes on the right and left had S's on them. That was a secret. And that's the reason that yellow guy showed up. Alright, new enemy. His thing in the front absorbs my shots, so I want to try and get them around them as much as I can. And when it starts making that sound, oh crap, you know something's up. You know that's about to happen. Ah, I messed up. Oh well. I didn't make it to the real second boss, and I'm already dead. There's my ship, adrift in the unforgiving space. I really like the art style in this game too. It is so good. Hey, haven't dropped any frames. Alright, well. Gravy. So as you can see, I've played a good bit of this game. Got a whole bunch of scores. I think it's all gravy at this point. You had it rough, didn't you, Gravy? Yes, I did. I kind of screwed up, though. You've encountered a vicious cycle of life and death. You must follow the noble path to escape it. Be warned, though. As you cling on to this life, your desire poisons your mind. Ignorance, attachment, aversion. Feeding these unwholesome thoughts will only lead to more suffering. Hey. And so here's where an interesting mechanic shows up. The Lotus. As you can see, I filled in 2 pips, and you fill it in, may you attain enlightenment. As you play and you get score, you fill in the Lotus and you get another pip. Those pips are continues for your playthrough. Eventually, I think you can get up to 8 pips. Yeah, let's watch the intro cinematic. Again, I love this art style of just the harsh orange on green. Oh, and the music is so good. Basically, I'm just playing this to kind of, for anybody who may eventually see this, to kind of say, hey, this game is pretty awesome, and maybe try it out. Wait for the sound. Ah, Mega Man X style sound. Ching! Love it. So yeah, that's the start of it. It doesn't play the intro until you've played through your first round. You go back to green, orange, and now you can select your stage where you want to start. You can even, as long as you collected the other power-ups, you can switch to those power-ups. And the power-ups transfer between the 2 ships. I'll show a little bit of this ship as we go further into stage 2. So you see, start right back here. This ship doesn't have as much of a spread shot. Its shots are very much directed to either side, straight ahead. So you have to be a little more precise with your aiming on this one. I'm actually not sure if it does any more damage because of that, or if it's just to make the game harder. Because it's possible that this ship is primarily just for making the game more difficult than it would be if you're playing on a ship to beat. I forgot where I was in the level. Yeah, right there. There's one. Ooh, I don't like this. Oh my goodness. How did I dodge all that? I do not understand. Alright. So, I'm going to let that guy crash. Shoot. Okay, here will actually be a good test. So I'm going to blow these guys up. And I know with B... Okay. Okay, that worked. That worked back up. Goodbye. Run into that, clear it out a little bit for me. You can actually, as I said before, you can just fly ahead of those closing walls. Also, some of the shots that are fired at you, you can actually destroy. Have to deal with those, but that's a S, that's a secret. Okay. Just sneak by there. So yeah, those orange spirals, when I shot them, they would go away. So some shots you can get rid of, some shots you absolutely cannot. Some shots you can only with certain weapons, and we'll get to that. Alright, so now we're back to the mini-boss, and we haven't actually taken a hit yet, I don't think. So you'll see, I'm trying to sneak my shots past this front thing. Oop, I'm going to stop shooting for a second. That sparking means that it's almost fully charged, and I'd rather not fully charge it while it's down directly in front of me. Okay, that's fine. So from here, I can actually dodge. Ooh, dear lord. Alright. Don't do that. Yeah. There we go. I could have gotten him way faster, but alright. Oh, I didn't even see. I thought I got that one before it shot. Alright, well, let's take out some of these mines inside. Another part of the fun is just running through these levels the first time. You're not going to know what to expect. But as you go back through them later, trying to get more points so you can actually make it farther, you start to pick up exactly what's coming ahead. You start to find secrets that you didn't otherwise know about. So I know that these guys are going to come in from the sides right here, so I'm just moving back and forth. I know that guy can't hit me from down there either. This guy. So like I said, there are two different modes, orange, green, and white vanilla. White vanilla is a remix of the normal levels. You actually do them out of order. You'll get teleported from place to place. It'll get all kinds of messy. So your normal knowledge of the order of the levels, it no longer works because they're. I didn't. Alright. So these guys are awful. I hate these side things. The laser is interesting too. You just have to learn how these weapons work, essentially. So this thing, whoop. So these can either fire blasts like that, yeah, like they just did, or they can fire those lasers. And the lasers will go straight down until you move into horizontal with them, and then they'll move in your direction. Those are homing shots. Gotta watch out for them. All right. We're on the last phase. I should have dodged that. I should have been able to dodge that. That was bad playmanship on my... whatever. Alright. New weapon. You can either get the lock-on or the charged. I love the charged. You have restored the power of squiggly line. So, fire 3, charge it up, boom, straight up Mega Man style. One thing to note about this weapon, though, is that it can actually sort of block shots that are fired at you, which is super helpful. Alright. So if any of these... I was hoping... There we go. So I just held down the charge, and that guy's orange shot got absorbed by my charge shot, even while it's not yet fired. Even that thing on the front. See, it actually deals damage. So that's pretty cool. But I got hit on the side right there. That's why I died. I can continue because I still have pips. Only got 2 pips, but we get a little farther than we did last time. Anytime you use a pip, you have 3 hits before you die. So, oh, and I got another hit, so now I'm up to 4 hits before I die. I know it says 3, but it's actually 3 armor, and then the last hit you just die. Ooh, I thought I could hit that missile before it actually connected with me. Well, not hit it with my body, actually shoot it. Ooh, lasers. So, that's gonna... If you have the lock-on, you can actually shoot those guys before they come to the top of the screen, which is cool. You'll notice that there are actually ships sometimes flying in the background down there, and you can shoot them before they actually get to a point where they can cause you trouble. This guy is a mess. Oh! Okay. So, whenever I take on him, I try to shoot on the side things, and then I damage him directly. Move over here. The laser thing's about to happen. Ah, I thought I could wait. That's messed up. I don't want to die at the mini-boss. There we go. Got it. Perfect. Again, not as fast as I was scratching. Not as fast as I could have. As you can take him out, but... Oh, I love this guy. Like, gotta get our millipede friend out of here. What would this be? What's the name of the Mario guy that gets angry if you bounce on him? That looks like this. Like when you're first playing through this game, you can come across like a lot of stuff that you just do not know how to deal with, or it just comes out of nowhere, so you get taken out before you realize what's happening. I'm gonna use my charge shot here. Didn't fully charge it, but that's fine. All right, charge up. The other ship's charge weapon works way better when that train shows up. Just do that. Oh, good. Perfect. I'm gonna take out those legs. Level up is another armor, so you'll notice that it went from 1 to 2 down in the bottom left. So again, now keep firing because there's a secret there. Got it. I actually do not know what that is. It may very well be like a oh yeah, check the background. Love it. This game has a lot of fun stuff going on. Alright, so this guy, he's got a invulnerability shield. You gotta take out the shield before you can actually damage him. Oh, and again, with my charge shot, I can absorb some of these shots. Which is really cool. No big shot. Big, rapid shot. Got it. Alright, that was it. Now that I defeated him, he'll give me the choice of the drill or the sword. With this character, I'm not sure which one I prefer, but we'll go with drill because row, fight the power and all that. Power up, press all, fire weapons at once. Of course. What, did you think this game wasn't going to have mechs? Clearly. You don't understand Zero Ranger. I've got a drill now. Oh dear. They sacrificed themselves to save us. But what killed them? Seriously, this music is so good. I use my drill, and as I deal a bunch of damage, it suddenly gets big. Get up here because I know this guy's here. So again, you'll notice that the drill is eating these shots, destroying them before they can actually hit me. But those it did not. So you still gotta be careful. Alright, got some more here showing up. You'll also notice that there's a multiplier in the top right. That's for keep the multiplier going by dealing damage and destroying enemies. You'll notice that now there's nobody's here. I just can't do it. So yeah. You notice that my drill isn't actually destroying those shots, at least not immediately. It's actually just halting them, keeping them from continuing forward. And that can be a fun way to try and give yourself a little more time. So right here, my big drill, I think, can absorb those without a problem. But I do want to keep back. I love the spiral shot. If you defeat him with the sword, it actually slices in half. It's great. This game has all kind of dumb fun going on in it. All right, so we finished. I think that was stage 3, so we're on to stage 4 now. I think it's either stage 3 or stage 2. I can't remember. Oh gosh, this one. All right. This is not ideal. Oh, I'm gonna switch back. I'm just gonna use my normal shots because this is a little nuts. You can use the drill here, no problem, but you just have to aim properly. And I was not confident in my ability to aim properly or anything. All right, here's fun time. They're just gonna keep coming. You just gotta move. I almost ran into that guy. Oh, switch back. I moved too quickly. Big. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Real big. Whoa, dear. Alright. There we go. Oh, you saw that. It just gathered a bunch of shots right there and could not absorb them. I honestly... Oh, dear! That was nuts. Alright. Alright, these guys, now you have to deal with both of them at the same time. Let that charge up. Okay. So here's the weird part. Turns out they weren't ships at all, they were evil heads. Oh dear. Oh dear! That didn't work well. I'm gonna switch back. Oh my goodness, this music is so good. Really distracts from the fact that I suck. Alright, last bit. I'm not gonna make... I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end of this. Ah, I have to fight them in their fighter form again. Almost got hit there. There we go. Cracks. Oh, excuse me. Goodness, what was that? There we go. Oh dear, that was bad. So, yeah, these guys kind of suicide attack you after you take them out, so you really got to be careful about where you are. Okay. And now we have the weaker versions of them. They'll crack really quickly, but then you have to deal with them coming at you if you don't destroy them in time. And you have to deal with more of them if you don't destroy them in time. Oh, listen to the music, it's getting more hype. Oh! Switch. I remember what comes. Drill time. Absolutely drill time. Look at all these little dudes. Oh, my multiplier! It's so big! You can't stop me! Oh my goodness. If you're watching, just listen to that music. Alright, switch. I'm not even going to try to get close to that guy. I'm just going to shoot from far away. I want to get to the next section because it has such a great intro to with the music. Yes! Listen to this music. Ah! Oh my gosh, I love this game. I wasn't sure about it at first. I will freely admit, but it is so good. Chargers, these bombs. Watch the ones on the right, because when they pop, they also send out little shots. Watch out for these guys that shoot. There we go. Small guys. Take them out quickly. they're bouncing. Secret. Alright, let me see. Oh yeah, this is... So all this time, the camera's just been... I haven't had much control of the camera at all. And now suddenly I can fly around, almost like I'm in Star Fox Trench Singing. Star Fox 64. Trenches. Just gotta find your way out. All roads lead to the same place, but there's gonna be different enemies and different obstacles you have to deal with at each of them. Oh my goodness, I almost let that thing shoot me. Oh, I did let that one shoot me. If I play my cards right, I might actually make it to what is, I guess you'll see. I'm actually surprised I've made it this far. Yeah. This is only on 2 continues. Ah, stop it! Stop shooting those things at me! Stop ramming me! Down, get out of the way of that circle. Those guys. Oh! Yep, that was bad. Alright, good. That should be good now. I really hope I can get a level up. It doesn't look like I'm going to get one for my score. At least not anytime soon. So, these doodads are what you gotta watch out for. Up here, they reveal the problem. They move, they clack-a-lack. Ah, goodness. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, well, I didn't make it. I thought I'd make it to the boss of this section, but that dude decided, you know what? You don't get to exist anymore. Anyway, yeah, that is Zero Ranger. It's awesome. I haven't even shown you, like, the majority of the game. It just keeps going, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens. Alright, that's a respectable score. That's actually the 3rd highest score I had. Yeah, get my 3rd pip and my 4th pip. Perfect. That's what a high score will get you. You're on your own now. Good luck. Alright, and then it just plays the intro again. You can skip it if you want. And there you go. Alright, well, I think that's enough of that for now. I think I'm actually going to switch over to Outer Worlds and play some more of that. So give me a moment while I switch games. I've got my my wonderful little title card here, just to let you know that the stream is still going on. Everything is fine. Nothing is weird. Nothing is scary. The world makes sense. And speaking of worlds, we're about to head to some outer ones. All right, so let me change game capture to the proper setting. Boop. Main scene. Hey, y'all should be seeing Outer Worlds now. All right. Oh wait, I was about to use my controller. I was playing I recommend, if you can, playing Zero Ranger. It took me a second to remember. Zero Ranger with a controller. But for Outer Worlds, the whole point of me waiting to play this game was so I could play with mouse and keyboard. Alright, so let's load Carth back up. So the last thing we were doing was we were going to back to the Groundbreaker, and we were going to listen to Parvati's concerns. She got a poem after 5 minutes of talking to the engineer here, and so she's a little, she doesn't know exactly what to think about all this, about someone showing her affection. Not really, especially someone showing her affection literally about 10 minutes after they first met, so... Or after about 10 minutes of interaction, I suppose I should say. Oh wait, let's go here. Can I use this workbench to upgrade some stuff? So I've got this pristine assault rifle. I've got this hunting rifle, and then I've got some other. I can't modify the other ones. Interesting. I probably have to get my stuff higher. Anyway, first things first, I want to repair this. It's going to take 8 weapon parts. I've got plenty, so I'll repair. I'm not sure. I don't think I have that one equipped, but maybe. I think the yellow is supposed to mean that I do. Let me check my... See, yeah, it's this one. It's not that one. I don't have that one equipped. I don't know why it had that yellow border. Maybe it just means that I've used it. Alright. I wanted to see if there was anything else I could install on this. So I've got the extendicite, but I've got 3 slots apparently for magazine alterations. I can change it to a zap weapon or a power weapon. What? To plasma. Oh, okay. I can change it to a plasma weapon. Alright. And I can just make it increase my mag size. Alright, well I could go ahead and do one of these. I'm not sure if I necessarily want to. I really don't understand the different damage types yet, so I'm not sure which of them are actually useful to do. Ranged weapon spread. Oh, okay. Hey, less spread. I like that. Yeah, I'll add that on. And extended magazine for my assault rifle. I mean, it seems like a unnecessary change. Though, one thing is the zap. With robots, zap seems to be the way to go. But if I change... Well, I've got acid on my pistol, so if I need to fight just people, maybe the acid works fine? I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, I'm just going to install zap on my assault rifle. Now I have a zap assault rifle. And I've got a normal hunting rifle. And we should be good. Alright. Actually, I want to look at what their weapons are. Okay, clearly she's got some nice weapons. And she's got a shock hammer. Alright. Well, whatever. I think we're fine. So, Parvati wants to drink. Let's go and get her a drink.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
I mean...
Do you have what it takes to defend?
Oh, wait, you talked to me before about you didn't like drinking. Wait, why are you getting drink? You didn't like the people who drink a lot.
Okay, so...
Oh my goodness, these
what
shadows.
are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? You seem nervous.
Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said, and feeling my heart shake.
Okay, seriously. I just want to remind everyone, these characters met each other about definitely less than a day ago. I guess it's this is like a compression of time thing. Maybe I'm supposed to assume like a lot of time has passed, but literally in-game time, about maybe an hour and a half has passed since these characters first met. So I'm still kind of feeling weird about this. Yeah, I was reading through these other ones. I'm not sure about beer. Definitely don't think she should just go straight to whiskey. Let's start with some wine. How about that?
Oh, wow. You remembered. Well, that's fruit and such, right?
Sort of.
Okay, wine it is. Bottoms up.
Do it.
Good choice for getting sloshed when you want to act fancy about it.
Basically, yeah.
Wow, this is really kind of nice, actually. Who'd have guessed old fruit could taste so good?
I'm afraid I wouldn't know.
Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing?
That's a good question. What are you doing? Generally or specifically? Enjoying a drink, going on an adventure. Generally or specifically? I like that one. Or whining, yeah, that one's accurate, but I'm going to go with this one.
I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us.
Is there an us? You guys literally just met each other. Start by telling me why her message got you so unsettled.
Well, she talked about another girl, right?
Oh no.
Isabel.
Oh no.
Mentioned her by name and everything. Like
Name?
she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
This whole time being, again, an hour or so. Yeah, I was about to say, the poetry thing kind of indicates she does have a thing for you, possibly. What'd she actually write in the message? You haven't said.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
Oh dear Lord, I don't know. What is this about?
I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Okay. Alright. Same as before?
Something stronger, I'm thinking. I'm still all tense and weird inside.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's... Booze won't fix weird, I'm afraid.
Right in the guts, Captain. Come on now. What should I drink? I'm here to try new things.
Uh-huh. Fine, whiskey.
All right, whiskey. Woo! That smells like an unlawful union between paint thinner and propellant.
I mean, you're not quite
Here
wrong.
we go. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. That's a crime is what that is. Oh, Captain. I want to talk to Junlei all the time.
Oh, dear Lord.
Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
About what?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head.
Uh-huh.
Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
An hour. An hour. Again, I'm not... It was a cute start, but then they jump right into this. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's fine, it's cute, but it's a little much and a bit quick. Don't stop there, you're on a roll. There's an easy way to get answers to all those questions.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands.
They sent you poetry.
You know I'm not interested in physical affection.
Yeah.
Well, it's tripped folks up in the past.
And?
Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
You have to deal with that, Parvati. That's it. Right. Well, there's two correct answers. Then you go your separate ways, and you can't control how people react to you. That's just not a thing. So, boop.
What do you mean, Captain?
It sounded more profound in my head. I like that one. But the only thing you can control is you. Trying to manage others' feelings will drive you crazy. This one.
So I should just be myself? You sound like my dad.
Yeah, no crap.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, your dad sounds like
Gosh,
he
I
knew
don't know
what was
that I
going
got that
on.
in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts.
Generous thoughts. I think sometimes I don't even want to leave a tip for my waitress. She can spend. I need that money. Just think ungenerous thoughts, Captain. Uh, yeah, we all do.
I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... Wow. So much to think about.
Well, anytime.
Do you think I should ask her on a date?
Yes. Yes, just ask her. Oh my gosh, I love this one. I wish I had the requisite stuff for it, but I didn't bother with I think these two are related to your followers and making them stronger, and I was just focused on like tricking people with my words. Now, what does the booze tell you? All right, you're unsure?
All right, all right. There's no need to strip your screws
Silver
over it.
tongue. I got an achievement.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Right when we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually.
Parvati, you do
Thanks for
realize
hearing
we're
me out
on the
and giving me
groundbreaker,
counsel.
and she's on the
And,
groundbreaker,
well,
right? You could
for
just
being a
talk
friend.
to her.
It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
I'm good people.
This was fun. We should do it again after you send that message.
Ellie likes getting
All right.
sloshed.
Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together.
There is. It's called
Come
the
on, let's go.
Unreliable. All right. We got Parvati sloshed. We got convinced her to go to finally message what's her who's it's. And by finally, I mean an hour and a half later, Parvati. You're already up in your own head thinking, "Oh my goodness, what if we get together? What if we get married? What if we decide to move to that fancy house that I've always wanted on this other side of the galaxy? What if we get a little kookaburra? What if we get a little kookaburra? A kookaburra, Parvati. What if we get a kookaburra for a little pet? Do you think she likes kookaburras? I like kookaburras. Do you like kookaburras? Seriously, Parvati. It's been an hour. Cool down. Alright, so...
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value.
Alright. I guess that's good. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to unlock this. I don't know what this is. Eee, an assault rifle. Apparently I didn't clear this place out when I was first here. I thought I did. Oh, for goodness sake. Do I already... Is she... Hold on. Are they seriously suggesting she's... I already have something to say to her. I understand the concept of I could be doing anything else. I could go on a bunch of side missions and then come back and be like, oh, Parvati has something to say to me. Hey, Parvati, it's been several days since we have last spoken. How had things gone with your lady friend? How has it been? Or, as a game developer, you could automatically put a thing in that says, hey, let some time pass before this alert comes. But no, we walk into the ship, and now, if this lady says, oh, I went on a date with her, it was great, I'm gonna lose it.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar.
Okay.
I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Though, that whiskey did get my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on my skull.
Glad to hear it.
I wouldn't mind having a drink again. Someday. In the distant future. Anyway. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said.
Oh, dear Lord.
I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Just not to ask for spoilers, but we'll be drinking again tonight. Were there any funny typos? At least there's no bad poetry this time.
Oh, she called mashed potatoes smashed potatoes.
Hey,
But I think maybe that's just what they call them on Groundbreaker.
I mean, it sounds like a
I've
good
ruined
idea.
things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me.
Literally an
I
hour
want
ago.
to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
Glad we wasted time drinking because Junlei is bad at writing messages. If you two marry, you'll be saying, haha, just kidding, unless you're not. In the most awkward way possible. Yeah, I'm doing this one. Nah, that'll just get her in her head again because she'll be like, oh, she'll do the thing I just said. Oh, married, kookaburra, kookaburra. Big miss, yeah, awkward way.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and, I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Oh, I'll take you out. I'll take you out behind the watershed. Alright, whatever. Yes, it's fine, it's cute, it's whatever. Alright, we're moving on. So, let's look at what our missions are. Carth Onasi, romance specialist. Carth Onasi knows exactly how to get into a good, romantic, healthy relationship. Carth Onasi would never, for instance, fall in love with a fiercely evil woman, and after she has doomed the entirety of the galaxy, go back to her and expect her not to cave his head in. That is not, or slice him in half. That is not a thing Carth would ever do. Carth is a gentleman's gentleman, and he is a worldly man who understands the ways of the world. Alright, we're going to give you a little armor. Let's look back at our journal. For anyone who doesn't get that, play Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Go play that, please. You'll understand what jokes I'm making. Alright. So, find an acid steeper, and apparently I'm supposed to find it from Roseway. And the other one is we need to find this guy on Monarch. The main quest leads us to where was it? Oh yeah, there's a distress signal on Terra 2 we have to go to. I think I want to go ahead and move to the main quest stuff right now. I'll come back to the other stuff later. So, oh, I was literally just saying Roseway. Apparently Roseway is not only the main quest stuff, but
We're
it's
now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
conveniently the place where we need to go to find the thing for our mechanical friend upstairs.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to learn more about the colony. I haven't asked you about
What
this.
part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Nope.
How can I be of... See you soon, Captain.
I get the feeling I'm going to learn about all those places just by going there, so I don't see a reason to do that. To do that. Alright. So I'm keeping Parvati and Ellie with me, and we're going to head on down and see what we can see.
A word, Captain?
Oh dear.
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
I think it was you that just asked me, what's up?
This Roseway business smells.
Well, yeah.
Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
More than likely, yeah. What are you suggesting?
Just a little caution. Could be a reason no one's picked up this job yet.
What, afraid of a few fights?
Nah, just want to make sure we live to get paid. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so we got ourselves a terminal here. Nothing. Insert captain's identification cartridge to initiate remote landing. Oh, okay. That's how I can get my ship to land here if it's not already here. Alright. So this is Auntie Cleo's Roseway. Is that a critter? That is a critter. Alright. It's called a leather boa. Alright, I get it. It looks like a boa. So we got ourselves some vending machines. Got ourselves some tubes. I wonder if these were supposed to be like the Futurama travel tubes. Alright. Is this thing an enemy? Do I need to kill it? Do I need to kill the leather boa? Doesn't seem to be registering as an enemy. No, it's just local wildlife. Alright. Oh.
Captain, something bit them. Something with more teeth than is strictly necessary.
Tactical shotgun, huh? I like the sound of that. Let's go ahead and equip our tactical shotgun here. The one thing that's concerning me about like putting upgrades on my weapons is that they appear to have levels to them. So I'm concerned that if I use the upgrades, I might be wasting them on low-level weapons. Oh wait, that's a thing's moving. All right.
Please, clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Alright, so we've got some critters wandering around. Let's see. Can I drag things? I don't think I can.
Warning. Passing obstruction.
Alright. Oh, let's pick up all this ammo. Take the shot. Ooh, it spits. Well, most of us are alright. Sort of. Am I poisoned or something? Okay, there we go. Alright. This poor sniper rifle does not seem to be doing the amount of damage I would prefer it to be. Cleo security. Seems like they just got overrun. Dad, I'm writing this on the odds that you found your way back here. I'm sorry I wasn't there to see you. They're moving us out of town, all of us. I don't know where we're going, hoping that wherever it is, they've got labs as nice as Roseway's. We were doing some good work, real science for once. I don't know why they're moving us, and I don't know if we'll see each other again. And Dad, do me a favor and burn this journal. I'm not allowed to even mention the name Roseway. For far as corporate's concerned, the town never existed. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so they definitely were fake shut down. They were not actually shut down. So, got some scientists. Got to figure out what kind of science they were up to here. Why is it telling me to specifically go there? Wait, that's where my ship is, isn't it? Why does it tell me... Did I miss something over here? Did I miss something obvious when I just decided I'm going to explore? Like, you know, I would expect to have to do. Apparently I'm missing something up there. Wait. Oh, is Gladys here? What on earth? Did I walk by a human being when I was up here? Okay, why are you telling me to go inside? I thought Roseway was where I was supposed to be. Oh, Stellar Bay offering distress signal on Terra 2. Oh, I see what's happening. Wow. Okay, so for some reason, the main quest didn't update with the Roseway mission, which is the other part, which is, I suppose, the optional. And I guess it didn't update because the actual way you can do it is just buy it for 10,000. So it doesn't even register this. It registers this quest as a side quest. And if you do this quest, then she'll give you the thing. Okay. Could have been a little more clear about that, but sure, whatever. So we know that there are more... Whoa, whoa. More of these guys showed up. Huh. Alright. Take this assault rifle.
They left their own outside.
Seems like.
Was it that bad?
Magnification monovents. Alright. Let's find out what's going on. Well, left them outside. I mean, if they had just stood in front of the door and held E, they would have gotten inside. I'm hearing noises. Splash resistant. Oh, hey. Hello.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps.
Okay. Did you send the distress call?
Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed.
Oh, boy. Why not?
Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such.
I'm just talking like a normal human being does. Spear. Can you tell me who's in charge?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
And what happened here?
Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
You said they broke loose.
Forget I said anything about that.
Okay. Well, what can you tell me?
Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. Them's good eating.
What do they taste like?
Some say chicken. I say the north end of a southbound woolly cow. Anything else you'd like to know?
I have no idea what any of that meant. I'm done.
Oh, before I forget. Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Okay, we got ourselves some corporate dissent. Some corporate fighting. Gonna duke it out. Hey! I'm gonna go ahead and put my weapon away so I don't accidentally shoot someone. Alright, you. What's going on?
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
No, I am. Boom! If I was here to kill you, you'd already be dead. You must be Anton Crane.
I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Not from where I'm standing. What are you hiding?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. Suffice it to say that its importance to me, to the colony, is immeasurable.
Uh-huh. Why cancel the distress call?
My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking.
Why would you
I
tell
cut the
me
call
that?
immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here.
Then why are you telling me all this? Tell me what's going on here, or I will let them know myself.
Captain's got your best interests at heart, mister. Honest.
That's why I
I
intimidated you.
suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
Oh, so toothpaste.
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
Only if you'd like me to punch you in the throat. No, please do.
While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever.
Wait, appetite suppressant? What? You can couch it however you like. It's still just toothpaste or diet toothpaste.
Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste.
Uh-huh. So what do you need from me?
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Wait, if they were testing on the Raptidons with their super anti-appetite gel, why are the Raptidons eating and killing people? Remove the cretins, retrieve the research check. You want I should handle your Raptidon problem?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original, by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who's Jameson?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
I forgot him because I went to do the thing and not the other thing. I'll find him.
That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience, as I am held to account for the well-being of every scientist here. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name, as it were. And far too much paperwork.
I don't believe their lives mean nothing more to you than paperwork. Yeah, let's see what he says.
Of course they do. Please don't mistake my ambition for callousness.
What should I mistake it for? Compassion?
If my colleagues refuse to take their lives seriously, why should I? All they do is complain. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here.
Okay. You can see why people think you're callous, though, can't you?
I understand I can come off as manipulative and ego-driven. It's something I've always been forced to contend with.
I guess I'll have to take your word for it. Okay. Well, we got a couple things to do here. Let's go to region map. I'm assuming... Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a couple different places I gotta go to. Both of them to the south. I don't know why it's sending me that way.
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Jameson. He's got to be all alone and scared.
All alone, scared. Oh, it's so scary out there with all the raptors with diet toothpaste. If they run out of diet toothpaste, why, they might eat Jameson.
That Chief Junlei sure seems well, huh?
Oh, wow. They didn't even bother to make sure that she says something that makes sense after we've gotten farther in her companion quest. All right, sure. Hey.
Something on your mind?
Nope, I'm good. Just wanted to make sure. See if there was anything else I needed to say. 7th bar vendor? What?
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill, over the garage.
Top of the hill's Raptidon territory. Sit down. I don't need to do it myself. I can stay here if you want.
So you'd send someone else on your damn fool mission?
Yes, he would. That seems like the normal thing for you people to do.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm ready for another bar crawl, Captain.
Why not? Come on.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's gonna tell you to make tracks.
Well, when I walk around,
Wanna
aren't I
treat
making
yourself
tracks?
before you go? Something for the road, maybe?
You seem eager to get rid of me.
I don't really know you. Roseway's supposed to be closed off to visitors. Stands to reason you could be a corporate spy of some sort. Then again, there's nothing in my contract that says I can't sell to corporate spies. Your bits are the same as anybody else's.
Fair enough.
Annie Cleo makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon.
Okay. Mock apple cider, purple berry wine, spectrum vodka, purple berry liquor, and then ammo. Alright, I'm good.
I told you, you're staying put.
Oop, did not mean to do that. There we go. So, let's go deal with this Raptidon problem, shall we? Oop.
I'll keep it down.
Speaking of Raptidons. That's not a Raptidon, that's a cannon. Lady, you gotta get out of my way. There we go. More skills. Yeah, inspiration and determination. Order your companions to do special attacks if I get it up to 20. Right now I'm just focusing on these. Let's get these two to their second tiers. Break down weapons and armor for 20% chance to extract a basic mod. And unlock the third drug mixing slot for the inhaler. It's really not that great, honestly, but I do like having those higher. So I'm just going to go ahead and bump them up to where they both get that. Got 6 left. And I'm thinking of starting to put more into my weapons just to make them headshot, weak shot damage. And then, oh wait. Get it up to minimum armor and penetration. I'm gonna put the rest here. Alright. Antibiotics. Isn't that cute?
That's gotta be where Mr. James is. Hope he's okay.
Alright. That thing does not want to die. I thought the electricity would work better. It really doesn't seem to be. Let's try this one. Ooh, that is sick. Alright.
Get past that armor!
Already did. Oh, here, another one. No, thank you. Down you go. I think they might actually be fighting each other. Or I think they were before they got vaporized. There we go. Done and done. sure I collected everything. I think we should be good. I think he said that the guy was in here, correct? Yep. Oh dear. I do not have many heavy weapon shots left. I'm gonna have to rely on my other weapons for now. Which is fine, this pistol is kind of insane. Then again, so are those robots. I wasn't expecting them to take that much damage, but alright. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Security blade. Office keycard. That's probably a good sign. Plasma rifle. Actually, given my current situation, switching to a plasma rifle in one of my things probably is a good idea. Yeah, since I don't have the ammo I need for a heavy. Light, heavy, energy. Or plasma. Yeah, energy and plasma, whatever. Hold the attack button to build up energy, then release to attack. Just collecting random bits and bobs, because why not? Mag pick, light ammo, piddly amount of light ammo. What was that? Pipe patch, bit cartridge, and that. Ooh, that's hack. Lift to lockdown, hallway door, messages. Need a new code to the armory. Make it complicated so Orson can't sneak in there again. How about okay. Fine. So now I have that password because they wrote it down again. Ooh, excuse me. Oh no, it's the Rona. Oh no. Any coughing, any badness. Alright. So I've got the hallway unlocked now. So let's head on. Don't know where these enemies are.
Someone knows how to make an entrance.
What, by smashing through a wall? Yeah, I guess so. Plasma seems to work well on these guys. I'm charging it fully before I let go. Nice. Alright. We got a bunch of random stuff. Got ourselves a lockpick. Unlock this.
Easy.
A good number of things. Be somewhat useful. Let's see. What is this? Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. So there's definitely enemies upstairs as well. Let's check this way first. Okay. There's somebody either right in there or upstairs in there. Same there, same there. Yeah, upstairs. Oh, they're fighting each other. Perfect.
Here we go. Don't mess with that.
Energy cells, I'm gonna need them the way I'm burning through this ammo. Alright. Let's get up here. There should be more enemies. stuff. What's this? Oh, I thought it was shining so I could interact with it. Standard troop helmet. What do we got? All personnel, please report to blah blah blah. Experimental notes. What's the objective? Determine the maximum amount of rapidon digestive acid that can be safely ingested by humans before adverse effects present themselves. Alright. Procedure? Slowly introduce increasing amounts of digestive acid into the evening meals of randomly selected workers and observe their overall health. And the results: 1 milliliter, mild stomach pain. 2 milliliters, minor stomach pain, extreme nausea. 3 milliliters, major stomach pain, potentially unsafe in the workplace. 4 milliliters, temporary blindness, frequent vomiting, patient unable to describe pain, unsafe. 5 milliliters, unable to record symptoms as patient died within the hour. Okay then. Well, seems like a good use of your time. That guy took a bullet for the president. Did you see that? This guy took a bullet for his friend. There's another Emmy in here, isn't there? Or are they in another separate section? I like that I got Raptidon meat out of this pile of ash. This meat, it's got an interesting, interesting texture, almost like sand particles. Like I'm straining my, I've got a meat grits, but the grits haven't been boiled through well. Burn them away. I'm eating non-cooked grits, but with meat flavor. But no meat flavor, actually. It's just dirt. Alright. Yeah. From A. Crane. January 23rd is your birthday. As in protocol, please feel free to enjoy one 10-minute break between your normally scheduled 3 and 4 o'clock patrol shifts. I sincerely hope that on this day you can take a moment to enjoy the fresh air of Terra 2, brought to you through the kindness of Auntie Cleo. Messages. Nothing seems to be of particular import, so who cares? Hey, if it ain't gonna have anything of import in it, I ain't gonna read it. Looks like there's nothing actually up here. Oh, this was where I could come up on that ladder. Alright. And what's over here? Oh, okay, so the roof. The roof. So, now we head over in this direction.
Help! Somebody get me the hell out of here!
Let's take bets on what shuts him up first. A hungry rat or my backhand?
Did someone lift the lockdown?
Nope. I'm just taking all your crap because, I'm a bandit. I'm gonna shoot you. Alright. You okay there, buddy? Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. Your mouth is moving, but you're not saying anything. You okay? Buddy? Friend? Your mouth is still moving. Buddy, seriously. Buddy, you're freaking me out. Talk.
What? How the hell did you get in here?
A key card? First I shot the Raptidons, then I walked up the stairs.
No, I don't care about the beasts. I care about the front door. This is an egregious breach of protocol. How'd you get in?
Oh, Anton sent me to get you.
Can't use the centrifuge without supervision. Can't file reports without him double-checking their every word. Can't save myself from mortal peril. It's like he thinks I'm a child. His hands-on management style is coming to a point of contention, I tell you.
Okay, seriously, this quirky nature of these characters is really starting to grate on me. I'm done talking to you. Deal with your own thing. I don't care. You saved my life. It's so frustrating. Isn't this quirky? How I'm like annoyed that you came and saved me? No, it's not. It's just annoying. Shut up. All right, so let's reload my weapon because I've been using a lot of that. Let's get out of here. Taste the freedom. All right. So now that I've done that, I can continue with the other mission, which is further down the road. All right. Gotta reload all my weaponry. Let's head up and over here. Back on Terra 2. Similar environmental look, the blocky rocks and all that. Eliminate the outlaws, huh? Oh, what? Really? Okay. Scrap mechanical. Oh dear lord, I was gonna blow up those things next to him, but it didn't actually matter in the end. Dear lord, this gun just does not want to actually deal a lot of damage. Wait for it. Walk. No! It's like he knew. Alright, did a little bit of damage to him. Let's see if this can hit from here. Move out of the way. You can dodge these things, Parvati. I believe in you. Ooh, that well. I should take my own advice. Alright. Flaw tutorial? During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. Plasma weakness. So I can take more damage from plasma, but I can get a perk. Oh, okay. I mean, it seems like it might be interesting, but I'm just not sure that these perks are all that interesting. I'll do it just out of curiosity, really. So, I like the health restored for kills. That's pretty interesting. Alright, I'm gonna get that. Anytime I get a kill, I get some health back. Stop whining. You're fine. She might be hopping around. Alright. So, well, now that we've dealt with those guys, I don't see anybody else for the moment. Dear Lord, what are you doing?
Serious doors are the funnest sorts of doors.
After you.
Okay. Alright, so let's switch. Go ahead and save and head on in. Titus Androidicus. Cute.
For my reminds me of my first cabin on the Groundbreaker. 4 roommates, 1 bathroom.
Advanced defensive helmet. Advanced, you say? 26 armor? Jeez. Alright, I'll wear that. I'm going to switch to this other one because this one's taking so much damage that it's actually not defending me as much. Alright. The other one is a 14, which I can put on one of my other guys. 5, and I think she's got a 9. Oh no, a 14. Alright. Then yeah, let's put it on this one. Standard troop helmet for 14? Yeah, I think that was it. Is up there. Can't really get a good shot on him from here. Oh, I'm actually overloaded. I'll go ahead and scrap some of these. Oh, engineering? What? Oh, okay. I gotcha. I might be able to extract the bonuses that these things give. Alright. We can at least move again. Let me go ahead and interact with this, because I've been forgetting to sell my junk a lot. There. That cleared up a lot of space. Yes, yes, I hear you up there. Hold on, I'll be right up to kill you. Elite Trooper Armor. Ooh. Less stealth skills, but I mean, my stealth is already pretty high. And honestly, it's not a huge deal. I don't really stealth all that much anyway, so... Yeah. I'm gonna go full big boy armor.
Here we go!
Poor dear. Alright. Is that it in here? I guess so. There's an exit. Alright, let's drop down. Let's keep searching. Oh wait. Oh wait, what? Oh, a sniper. Gotcha.
Here we go!
Take him down! You're dead!
This does not do as... Whoa! Yeah, I was about to say. That guy, what, had some serious firepower. Alright. So it looks like I've still got eliminate the outlaws, Anton's data, and I've got to deal with the Raptidon, so this whole place is a thing.
Hey! You! Over here!
Hello.
Oh, good. You're not shooting at me. That's a start. It's been a bit of a day, so I'll get to the point.
Yeah?
Yes, I have Crane's research. No, I'm not giving it back. Sorry to disappoint you.
How did you know I was here for that? I've never met anyone named Crane.
I suppose it does not matter.
Does not.
Either Crane sent you, or you are some scavenger come to rob me in my moment of weakness. Let's make a deal. I'd like to go on living. You'd probably like to make some money. Help me get out of here, and I will pay you for your trouble.
Why are you down here?
Same reason you are, more than likely. I imagine we picked up the same tip. Secret research facility, abandoned town, minimal security.
No, I'm tracking down a distress call.
Crane actually sent out a cry for help? Oh, the poor bastard. Seeing his life's work snatched from him must be like losing a child.
What do you have against Anton?
Crane is the man who runs this lab. Probably gone around the bend fretting over his beloved research. Not that there's anything lovable about diet toothpaste.
Nothing wrong with taking care of your teeth.
Diet toothpaste. Can you imagine a more pernicious example of corporate materialism? I do not know what is worse. Working here, or dying here.
So you went through all this trouble to steal a secret formula for diet toothpaste.
What matters is that I've been lied to.
Uh-huh.
I was led to believe this was a high-priority corporate facility hiding valuable research. This job was not supposed to end with me stuck in some wretched lab smelling like rats. So I would be very much obliged if you gave me a break.
Tell me what you need.
The first thing I need is a key card to unlock my door. Then I'd need you to clear me a path out of here. There are 2 ways out.
Okay.
The quickest is through the front door, but Cleo security's bottled up in there. If you don't want to shoot them, I suppose you could talk to them. The other way out is through the loading bay, but you'd have to clear out the rafts for me. Then I could just slip out the back, sight unseen.
Anton, I'm just gonna admit that I was lying. He was worried that you made off with the research. He even called you cretins.
So you lied about not knowing Crane.
Yep.
I suppose I do not blame you.
Yeah.
We
he's not that
liberated
great.
that research. We did not steal it.
Liberated.
And yes, a few scientists were caught in the crossfire.
Uh-huh. You robbed the lab and shot some scientists. You sound like bandits.
Semantics. If I were consigned to spending my days making diet toothpaste, I would pray for a bullet to my skull.
Well, that's you. You don't seem to care much for the research. May as well hand it over.
It is my one bargaining chip. If you want this research, you will help me out of this mess.
I see. I'm gonna need a good reason.
Because Crane is a tool. Because no good deed goes unrewarded. Because doing me a good turn is the honorable and decent thing. Take your pick.
Wait, what are you talking about? You shot up a bunch of scientists. How is it honorable and reasonable to help you? None of this makes any sense. How is it the honorable thing to do?
We are all of us trapped. You, me, the scientists. This is not a colony. It is a slave camp.
So...
Yes. We raided the lab, shot some guards, killed a few scientists in the crossfire, but it was all for a higher cause.
Uh-huh. So you're a murderer with a conscience.
All wars have casualties.
Oh, dear Lord.
I regret taking a life, but we were doing them a mercy.
Uh-huh.
Better to die than live in a state of slavery.
You do realize that these people, like, were just living, right? They were living and then you made them not living. None of this makes any sense. This is dumb. You're pretty conceited for a common bandit.
I prefer freedom fighter, but I will not quibble over semantics.
Uh-huh.
Come on now. Do you want to be dull and boring and servile like everyone else? Or do you want to break some rules?
Oh, dear Lord. You murdered a bunch of people. Like a bunch of scientists just doing what they do, or else they'd get in trouble and probably be put to death in other ways, so you just killed them. I mean, none of this sounds like anybody is a good guy, so what exactly is the point? I'm curious if she leads to anything else, but whatever. I'm less about that just murder hobo life, so whatever. Sure. What?
You might be the first stroke of luck I've had all day. Thank you. I'm in your debt.
This doesn't make us friends.
I do not have friends. I have associates.
She sounded hurt. I've got some questions.
Ask away. I have got nothing but time.
And research notes. Why would your crew raid the facility?
No one asks why anymore. The establishment tells us to live here, work there, eat that, drink this. All our choices are made for us, so we forget we ever had a choice.
And so you
I
make
am
the
doing
choice
this
to kill
because
people.
I can. Because it thrills me. Because I take a deep and profound pleasure from stabbing at the heart of corporate power, no matter how shallow the wound.
What will I get myself into if I help you out?
Nothing beyond the purview of a talented freelancer like you.
Uh-huh. I could talk the guards into leaving, but your people have to let them pass. Tell me what I was doing. How'd you manage to lock yourself
The
in?
Raps took us by surprise, as they would anyone. My crew were split apart and lost in the corridors. They went one way, I went another. You'll need a keycard to unlock my door. I don't know where they're kept, but I'd start by checking the security office.
Wait here.
Take your time. I am, to my chagrin, not going anywhere.
They shifted the camera over slightly just so I could clearly see her awkwardly and weirdly wave her hand. Hold up, can I shoot through here? Hold up, save and.
What's your problem?
My problem is you're dead. All right. I have no idea what any of this means. Oh, you're not an enemy.
Unexpected.
Here
they come!
Well, that one wasn't shooting at me, but I guess that one is. Messages from there. Showing great promise. Incidents of cavities have dropped significantly. Nothing too serious. Just a touch of blindness. Oh, I see. So they're using they're using the stomach acid, apparently, as toothpaste. That seems like a great idea. Upon further review of results, we've uncovered something quite fascinating. While the toothpaste does reduce cavities, it does so only nominally more than the current version. Our results were skewed by the fact that our test subjects had a marked decrease in appetite, and hence were eating much less. That will teach us to monitor our subjects more closely, eh? Seriously, though, the appetite suppressant qualities of this new formulation are quite incredible. Though the taste and texture have leave something to be desired, so we'd like for that to be your focus going forward. No need to waste any more time on the blindness thing. We've got the boys in marketing working on a solution on our end. You must let the whole blindness thing go. Your dedication to solving it is admirable, but also a bit misguided, I dare say. It's really not that big of an issue in the grand scope of this whole thing, and pales in comparison to the texture and flavor issues, which we'd prefer for you to spend all your time on. You're also mistaken about our ultimate goals for the product. The appetite suppressant qualities make this something much more valuable in the townships than even in Byzantium. The need for less food to satisfy our workers can add greatly to our bottom line, so marketing is focusing their efforts in that direction. I'm not certain but they may have something to do with them rejecting your apazap suggestion for the name. Let's leave marketing to the marketing department, shall we? So yeah, they just wanted to have the suppressant to keep their workers from eating too much. That's what I figured. So yeah, helping murderer lady might be fine. I am low on, or I'm overloaded again. So let's see. I still have my pristine. Can I add anything to? I was hoping I could add something to like favorites, so I remember that certain things are ones that I want to keep. But apparently that's not a thing. Hold R, repair all equipped. I see. No, I'm going to break this down. These weapons are pretty basic at this point. The sawed-off shotgun. Wait a second. Light assault rifle versus assault rifle. I see. Alright, in that case I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Gonna get rid of that one. And now I'm back to being under... Whoa, vortex mace. Interesting. Oh, it's one-handed melee. Oh, crap. Oh, it's a level 13. I see. Well, I guess I'll put that there just in case. The assault shotgun doesn't seem to be doing all that great. Outlaw squad leader. Oh, I guess it's because they're treating me as if they're...
Make him regret it. Don't mess with us. Show him how it's done. They're on us.
Save.
You damn turncoat. We saw everything. You must think me a fool. I was watching on the security cameras. You got downright friendly with the outlaw leader. I reckon we got nothing to say to each other. You best back yourself out of here. Nice and slow.
Ease off the trigger. Hear me out.
You got 1 minute. Starting now.
Da 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 da. I convinced Cassandra to let you leave in peace. The labs are wrecked. The staff's half dead.
You convinced her to let us leave in peace. Listing the ills we've been done ain't exactly putting me in a mind to compromise.
Look around. Hasn't there been enough death?
I gotta believe that all we done will mean something to the company, to Doc Crane. That effort will make up for mistakes.
Anton cares what the company thinks more than he cares about your lives.
The only person Doc Crane ever took a shine to was Jameson. Figured he just didn't know how to talk to folks. But here we stand. He's nowhere about. I reckon I don't see any better solution. Fine, damn it. We'll pull out. Here, my key card. It'll get you access to the whole place. Full stakes, people. We're heading back to town.
Done. We did it. Alright then. Now that that's taken care of, we can go back. And I kind of also want to deal with the Raptidons, but it's also really not a big deal. Pen door, eliminate the outlaws. Oh, do I have to go around to... I'm not exactly sure where I am. Hold on. Is it up here? Security blade. Oh, jeez. All right.
Down they go!
I would ask what was on your mind, but the answer is obviously me.
Uh-huh.
Finally! I've never been so pleased at the sight of an open door. Please tell me you've cleared a way out of here.
I've cleared both paths out of here. Don't make me regret it.
So you have. I am much obliged. And now, if you do not mind, I have had quite enough of this wretched place.
I'm gonna need you to turn over that research. Oop.
Oh, really? And why, pray tell, would I do a thing like that?
I checked around. The data's faulty. You couldn't sell it for a gob of spit. Because you don't want a price on your head. That's the more accurate. Because you don't... Oh, but this one actually would work with somebody else, huh? I like this one because it's a higher thing. But, yep.
Damn and blast. I should have seen this coming. Here, take the damned research. Tell Crane I hope he chokes on it.
You did the right thing. Goodbye. Again, I am overloaded. So let us do, you know, the thing of breaking stuff down that I don't need no more. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Okay. So, gonna break down. Yep. Break down. Yep. Break down. Yep. Alright. Optional deal with the Raptidons. And the Raptidons are... Raptidons. Alright. Let's go deal with the Raptidons then. Oops. Again, I'm getting all turned around in this place. What is this? Parts? Okay. Messages. Good news, bad news. I do not care. Okay. So I'm going to save. We're going to go down in here. Ooh, that's the mom, isn't it? Ooh, that's the mom. We do not want to spook the mom. We do not want to make it angry. Dang it, there's a guy right there. Oh, good, 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 good. I might be able to...
Oh, look at how big she is. Wow. We're not going in there, are we?
We're already in there. Sedative gas canister? I don't know where that is. Oh dear. It's angry. It's angry. It's angry. Okay. Okay. I got out of sight just in time. I need the sedative gas canister. I bet it's in the email that I ignored. Alright. Or the explanation of where it is probably in the email at the very least. So let's go ahead and actually bother to read for once. Alright, bring a few canisters of sedative and hook it up to the auxiliary terminal in the main research. The good news is that my Hephaestus hammers clobbered your previous Rizzo Rangers. Okay. Sedate them manually. Raptidon mother to the main hull. Secure structural integrity of the Raptidon tanks are not nearly sufficient to contain an enraged Raptidon mother. Notoriously territorial and extremely protective of their young. Please stop me if I'm using too many numbers for you. I know you have a problem with basic arithmetic, seeing as how you don't seem to realize Raptidon mother plus Raptidon tank equals murder. Respectfully yours. Alright. Well, I just do not know where this is supposed to be. Is it this? Oh, that's one of them. So wait, was I supposed to find multiple ones? I don't know. I'm just going to save and try this again. So there's still that one over there. But it should move away. Get that guy out of my sight. There we go. Move on over to here. And... ooh, don't look at me. Yep, I gotta find a canister for each of them. Great. Oh boy. I don't see any more in here. Not from where I am, at least. Yeah, you guys go over here and you just stay there, alright? Oh my gosh. It was looking right at me. Yeah, move away. I see a terminal over there. I'm going to go check and see if it actually has anything of interest. Unfortunately, none of these canisters are what I'm looking for. Oh, for goodness sake, stop looking at me. No. Please stop looking at me. Please stop looking at me. Alright. So what is this? Low volume of sedative gas detected. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't... oh, bring a few canisters, hook it up to the auxiliary terminals. Right. So it's just the same. Oh my gosh, you idiots. Why are you back here? It's not happy that it saw me again. I wonder if I can... whoop.
Incoming!
Nope. Nope. We're gone. We are gone. We are gone. So where the heck am I supposed to find these sedative canisters? And was I really expected to just be able to just locate them somewhere? Oh, I see. This is where I came in originally. So let's go this way. Hey! Canister number 2. Alright. Let's see if I can find the other one. So that's just head out to Anton. I don't want to do that yet. Let's check in this room. Nothing. Nothing. All right. Bit by bit, we're gonna find this other one. If we find this other canister, we can just knock them all out and move on with our lives. And everybody's happy except for the dead people. They can't be happy anymore. probably back in the direction of that other guy, so let's not go through here. Let's go this way. Oof. Dropped quite a few frames. What we got here? Vaughn's lab. Hey!
Oh my gosh. This is... Please say we don't gotta walk through that.
Y'all don't. But I'm gonna. A raptoprod? Oof, that just sounds like a bad idea. Good amount of ammo. Elite trooper armor. Which I'm going to give to one of you guys. Nice. Alright. Parvati, I'd like you to change armor, I believe. Yeah, 12 armor, 26 armor. Everybody tank! Everybody. All these security blades, I don't need all these. Alright. More ammo, more... Oh, the vortex mace. Nice. And science. Recalibrate experiment. View experiment log. Okay. I don't even know what exactly that meant. I saw the update at the top, but I didn't read it in time before it went away, so I really don't know what happened. Oh, I probably could have just done that and then headed back. Alright. Anyway, I've got his research. I've got all the tanks now, so I'm going to tell you guys to stay here. We're going to try and do this again. I probably have to put all the tanks in there and then head all the way to the other side of the room to activate it, because that's how these things work. It's a video game after all. Can't have these things placed in the logical place where they would be put. Like right next to where you load them. That would make too much sense. And that would mean less gameplay. There we go. Alright. Yep, sure enough. So let's go and knock these guys out. Once I knock them unconscious, everybody who was alive will still be alive. All the critters, except for the ones that I killed, will be alive. What? All the ones except the ones I killed. It's fine. I'm accurate. I'm correct. I am holy in the eyes of PETA. PETA does this kind of thing all the time. No, I'm not going to kill that space dinosaur, man. Look, it's a big old one too. Did you see it? Give me a second. I want to make sure you get a look at it. Look at that thing. Look how big that thing is. I ain't going to kill that thing. That thing's huge. I'm just going to knock it unconscious. Please inform any employees currently in the chamber. Does not cover... Okay, then let's get out of here. Yep, we're good. Hey! Look at sleeping. Look at it sleeping. He's so tired. Now the place is full to the brim with gas. Alright. I think that means I took care of all of the mission stuff that I had. Distress call, safe, deal with the raptor, deal with the outlaws. I recovered his data. I don't know why it's pretending that I didn't do that. I totally did that. See? You got Anton's research data. Alright, so now I'll go back to Anton and I think we'll be good. Actually, let me make sure that... Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, let's go back to Anton, get this thing taken care of. Once we get the research back to Anton, he should, well, possibly, let us move on back to the Groundbreaker and get the... Who the... Wait, what? Who? Oh, hi.
Hey there. You the fella Cass called about?
You part of her group?
That I am. Got left out here to watch for reinforcements. Name's Lillian. Hope you're having a better time than us.
Why are you still around here? Cassandra's kind of a hard case, isn't she?
Definitely got something large and uncomfortably shaped up her nethers.
Oh dear.
Yammering on about rights and privileges and what all. I'm like, lady, just sing out when you want something shot. Leastways, her pamphlets make good kindling.
Nice. Bad day, huh?
I've had better. Lost some things in a dust-up. But I didn't get eaten like some of our crew. Got that going for me.
Poor Lillian, she just wants to shoot things. Cassandra's like, oh, we've got to fight against the man. We got to kill all these people because we're fighting against the man. And Lillian's like, look, just don't sell me something. I'm just here to shoot stuff, all right? What'd you lose?
My damn cigarettes, for one thing. I was near the Raptidon pen when they got loose. Had to set a few to rights. When I got to checking if all my parts were still attached, I realized I'd dropped my cigarette case.
Oh dear, are you going to ask me to go back in and get it? I know where this is going. You're busy, but if I fetched it, you'd pay for my trouble, right?
I'll look busy to you. It's surrounded by pissed-off Raptidons. My mama didn't raise no dumbasses. This was a Spacer's Choice commemorative case. Some promo for Founding Day they did back in, I forget the year. Worth decent bits to collectors.
If she can't hang on to it, maybe it'd be better off in someone else's hands.
Where'd you lose it?
An outdoor Raptidon pen yonder, past the main entrance. Law only knows why they're breeding the damn things.
Diet toothpaste. I do know. You don't actually expect me to fetch it, do you?
Good law, no. Just needed to vent. And you're the only
Yonder.
one hereabouts.
Over yonder is
Though
where
if you
it
do happen
is.
to get a hold of it, I'll be sitting here a spell.
I'll be sitting here. I speak in Southern. It couldn't hurt to at least look at it. I'll let you know if I can get a hold of it.
I'd be obliged. Just don't lose any parts trying.
Alright. Journey into Smoke. Journey into Smoke. Right there. Alright, let's go to this Raptidon pen. I mean, I've already killed a bunch of these things. And I was already talking about, oh, I've left the ones alive that I didn't kill. Well, guess what? We're about to kill some more. We didn't kill the mama, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks just like the mama, though. I don't have any weapons that actually, like, do area of effect damage or something, do I? A Raptoprod. Shock damage. Alright. Alright. We're just gonna have to... Hello?
Be right there.
I was about to say, where are you guys? Oh, they aren't gonna follow me here because I'm in an odd position. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to take care of all this. Boop.
Yeah!
Ow! Don't do that. I think I'm getting area of effect damage there, aren't I? That's awesome. That actually does do some area of effect damage. Nope. Don't hit me a second time. Alright. Guys, they are going to be coming after... Oh my gosh, I was stuck there. Oh, they went down. Perfect. Okay, that was not me. That was the game sliding me off of, I get... Oh! Okay, haven't seen it do that. Is everything dead? Oh, wow. Good job, guys. Alright. I'll take all this. Meat, hide, meat, ammo. Alright. We did it. Let's look at this commemorative case. Spacer's Choice. Let me see if I can... Watch it all go up in smoke. And he's even smoking. Funny. Commissioned by Spacer's Choice Founding, gasping for breath in their last
Finders
moments.
keepers, Captain.
Finders keepers indeed. But, you guys alright? That was what's called an explosion. Yeah, those hurt. Hey, I'm gonna pick this. I don't know where it leads, but I want to see where it leads. Hello there. Oh, can I not carry much right now because I was affected by the... Yeah. Alright. Got a workbench, got some vending machines. Hey, I'm all better now. Pick up some stuff. Vented mask. Music box. What does the vented mask do? Oh, I already had one. 21 armor. Actually, do you guys have 14 on you, and you 14. So both of you need to wear those, even though they're ugly as sin. Look at that thing. That looks awful. But they're going to wear them because it'll give them more armor. Help them live longer, hopefully. And 11, I think, is still the best armor I have right now. Wait, you can wear the mechanics overalls? Okay. Sure, why not? Put yours back on. Look at that. It looked like a Sith trooper or something. Man. Alright. Alright, for now, I think we're good. So let's check what's here. Messages. Raptidons seem to be experiencing a problem of the intimate variety. Procreation is not a thing they like. They refuse to breed, and I do not why. Tempted to play music for him, no luck. He won't stop checking in on the Raptidons. Just today he told me I need to improve security on the Raptidon pen on the occasion that brigands and bandits fall upon Roseway. Given the secrecy of our operation, it's unlikely to blah blah blah. If you're reading this letter, you are either the odious and perfidious faction of tyrants known as the Board, or you are one of my people wasting time on patrol. If you're the former, know that the days of your iron-fisted rule over the colony of Halcyon are numbered, as the day of your reckoning approaches. Yeah. Tried to play the oh baby. What is it? Oh baby, when you love to love and love. Yeah. Just play that for the Raptidons, then they'll get it on right quick. Toot sweet. Get some ammo. Or just play the let's get it on. Let's get it on. Alright. So, what does Tinker do? You can repair and modify your armor. Oh, if I tinker, I can increase the damage? Oh, that's cool. What if I tinker with this? Ooh, I like that. And it takes money rather than... Alright. Yeah, sure. I'll tinker with that. I'll tinker with this. I'll tinker with this. And I'll tinker with this. I'll just tinker, all of them. Alright. And then, I did want to see, oh, hey. Oh, it makes it a plasma weapon. I'm not sure, again, I'm really unsure about how exactly the weapon stuff, whether leaving it as normal damage or just switching all of them to plasma or whatever is better or not, so not really sure what to do about that. Magazine size, no, I don't want to change it to shock, but I will increase the magazine size, that seems nice. What is this? Oh, less spread. It already doesn't spread much, so we're fine. Alright. What is going on? Oh, I still am carrying too much. I can break down some of these really weak pieces of armor. just gonna break them all down for armor pieces. And possibly getting mod. Hey, look, I got a tech kit. See? Sometimes you can get the mods back. Alright, now let's go back to the lady with her commemorative thing, and then we can head back to Anton, the diet toothpaste inventor. Not only diet toothpaste, but makes it to where you don't want to eat food, which is perfect for evil corporations looking to save a buck. Hey.
Seriously, don't get yourself killed. It's a nice cigarette case, but it's still just a cigarette case.
Well, still, I went and got it, so I don't think there's any way to get your cigarettes out. I've got some good news.
You're shitting me.
I mean, no. It wasn't I'm not saying it wasn't a hassle to get, but here.
You ain't so bad. Here's something for the trouble.
Thank you. See you around. Hey, I like experience, and I like leveling up. Alrighty then. Yeah, my stealth stuff has gone down because of this heavy armor I'm wearing. But in general, I'm doing pretty alright. I'm gonna keep putting stuff into my hack and lockpick. So now they're at 50, and increasing this won't actually increase them anymore. You have to do individual level ups rather than full, all of them level ups. And it looks like it happened as soon as they hit 50 rather than as soon as any of them hit 50, so that's weird. Maybe it's just because both of these hit 50, but we'll see. We'll see next time I level up. Consumable weight. That makes it where I can carry more stuff. That's probably not bad. Science weapon. TTD restored per kill. I'm gonna do the consumable thing, maybe. Or I could just do extra carry capacity from companions. I like carrying stuff. Nah. That's the one I want to do. Vendors will buy stuff for me at a higher price. Alright. Stop running. Fast travel. Okay, I think... I mean, there's a building over here I don't think I've checked yet. But I can just return to Anton and deliver this stuff, so... I mean, I'm kind of curious, but I'm not that curious. Alright, where's Anton? Wait, why is it telling me to go there? I thought Anton was in here. Oh, it's... I've got the wrong thing selected. There we go. Again, the main story mission is not to do this, it's to get the key.
What's left there that's worth dying for?
Yeah, exactly.
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you.
Well, you get what you pay for, don't you?
Look, Anton, it doesn't matter.
That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've abandoned their posts. This is madness.
Madness, I say. It doesn't matter. I found your associate.
That is wonderful news. I'd feared the worst.
You know, there's more to care about than black marks and paperwork.
Not in this colony, there isn't. But success here will get me to Byzantium. I'll have recognition, money, proper facilities. It's the only place to lead a life of meaning in the system.
Suppose it's none of my business. Alright, so the question is, do I actually give this guy his diet toothpaste research? And frankly, I'm not... Dear Lord, it's spookier than I thought it was. Look at that stupid gear thing. Oh, that's awful.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Something like that. Alright, enough dumb jokes.
You've returned. What news?
What news?
Please tell me you've recovered my research. Without my work to focus on, I find myself tending towards darker paths of inquiry.
darker paths of inquiry. You've already... I found one of your experiments in the lab.
An experiment? What experiment?
A gas chromatograph. It was extracting musk from a raptidon gland.
Do you see what I have to contend with here? There seems no end to my associates' capacity for doing everything but their jobs. I will need to look into this further.
Okay.
I will be happy to answer your questions once I have my research. In the meantime, I will occupy myself considering the different ways I can end my life.
Suicide isn't brain surgery. Oh my gosh, that's awful. A little over dramatic witness, eh?
No, realistic. I don't get that research back, I'll be released from my indenture contract.
Released from indentured servitude? Isn't that a good thing?
You can't be serious. No contract, no work. No work, you're a pariah, cast out, shunned. Soon you'll find yourself among... deserters.
Oh dear. Deserters?
You know, dregs, ne'er-do-wells, eking out a horrible existence on the periphery of society.
Shooting up
Even if
scientists
that's not my fate,
for the
I don't relish being
giggles?
sent to some backwater corporate township.
It's definitely better to be in an abandoned backwater corporate township.
This is temporary and simply a means to an end.
Okay. So... she wanted me to come and get this stuff. I released Cassandra, did that. Head to Roseway and speak to him. Passage anywhere. Whoa. Too loud. Alright. Gladys wanted me to investigate the distress signal. Find potential company secrets that can be sold to the highest bidder through Gladys. Talking to the scientists around town is probably a good way to start. Return to Gladys. You've acquired the company secrets that Gladys was talking about. You can return to her, sell it, or keep searching for more secrets. Alright. I'm kind of just not feeling like helping this guy, so...
You've returned. What news? Please tell me you've recovered my research. Without my work to focus on, I find myself...
Yeah. The outlaws got away.
That's all manner of distressing. There truly is nothing left for me.
You can join the outlaws.
I suppose I'm... we're finished here.
Cthulhu Bane. Alright, goodbye. Alright, so that was the end of the mission here, I think. Yeah, Roseway. The doom that came to Roseway. I already dealt with that. So now I can go back to Gladys, if I want. I could continue to search around here, or I can just go back to Gladys and deliver this secret. And from here, we should be able to get the key.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Oh dear. Alright. Ellie and
Max. Maximilian. Vicar.
Vicky.
What?
Shoot, I forgot. It'll come to me.
That was the heated discussion, Ada? She was just bothering him. That wasn't anything.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
The nature of existence. Yeah, whatever. That was... wow, thanks, Ada. I really would have been so upset if I had missed them saying that. That was deeply affecting. It left me contemplating the universe, contemplating all things. The nature of our relationship to each other. Man's relationship to other man. How could we be so blind? Vicar! Vicky! Vicaboo! Vicadoo! Maximilian! Some idiot. Alright. Back to the groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
I don't like it. I don't like it. They're in a heated discussion. She is calling him several names. And then he gets annoyed because she keeps saying names. Wow, that's really engaging. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that. Hi, Felix.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close.
You gonna steal
Gotta hand
it?
it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Oh, dear Lord. You're pretty eager to throw in with someone you barely know, like everyone else I know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Uh-huh. Tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked.
Oh, dear Lord.
Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Keep going.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler.
Ah, box hauler.
This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire.
Fair enough.
In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Yeah, but that's
Thanks
because
for
you're
the vote of
dumb,
confidence.
Parvati.
What do you think? Am I in?
I mean, that's probably the best pitch that anyone's given me to join my crew so far. How about an interview?
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
All right. What's the value of pie?
It's delicious.
Perfect.
Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
Are you any good in a fight?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick.
All right.
You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
All right, that works. What's your biggest flaw?
Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses.
All right.
So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
I mean, as long as you don't promise not to get into arguments with Parvati, I mean, you're good. Perfect. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
I regret it already. We'll see you back on the ship, Felix.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
I mean, that's one word for it. Oh my gosh, he teleported. Why didn't he start with that? If he told me he teleported, I totally would have hired him on the spot. Alright, let's go to Gladys. By the way, I just want it marked down in the book that I was totally right. He was a character that could join your crew. It was kind of obvious when we met him, so, yep, just want to... One for old Graven. Gladys, I've got a thing for you.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway?
I did.
You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do.
Investigated the distress signal.
What's that? Speak up now.
About the secrets.
What'd you turn up?
Found this fancy toothpaste formula.
These corporations, I tell you. Once they get an idea into their big dense heads, there's no getting it out again. Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose.
I acquired some Raptidon musk, but I found another buyer.
A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal.
Well, I didn't even think about that.
If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught.
Okay. I think that's it.
Are you positive? Honest to goodness?
I'm still searching. I'll
Be
report
sure
back.
to come back for Magazine Club.
Oh, dear Lord. So yeah, I have the money to buy it now. I'll Stellar Bay.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Oh dear
Here,
Lord.
take a candy with you.
She every time I'm done saying stuff to her, she keeps giving me purple candy.
Be able to set foot on a whole other planet?
Yeah.
I know Monarch's a movie. I think it counts anyhow.
As long as there's paying work, you can count me in.
All right. Well, there's probably paying work, so let's go.
Purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Oh wait, what am I doing? Fast travel in the ship. Alrighty then.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
I don't believe you, but let's go see what's going on.
What you reading, Max?
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
Probably not. What is it with you and books, anyway?
Some of us like to improve ourselves, Dr. Fenhill.
No, I mean keeping those paper books. You got the data pad. Why waste the cargo space? You one of those people who wears reading glasses to look smart?
Well, okay. I guess that was the end of the conversation. Sure. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I've got myself 4 crew members now. And, yeah. Let's go ahead and look at what Felix has got. Oh my goodness. Grenade launcher. Toss ball stick. Alright. What is this? Okay, so he increases your persuade, but my persuade is already super high, but, you know, sure, I'll add it. Damage to cowering enemies, don't care about that, but I do want him to have armor rating. So there we go. Cool. Hey.
Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Yes, I do. Put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right.
When you say fight back against the board...
If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Alright, well... You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
Okay. Where should I start?
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss.
Alright.
Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Alright, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I don't believe you. Hey! Alright, give me a moment. I will be right back. Alright. I don't think I'm going to play a whole lot longer, but for now, let's go ahead and check our skills. Again, I think I want to keep my dialogue skill high. Okay, yeah, so if I just put 3 more, all of them will be at 50. And now I have to upgrade by individual. Let's do the same here. Now science is at 50. Alright. And that should be good for now. The other thing I wanted to do was, I think I want to take, I'm wondering if I should take Felix along, or if I should keep taking Parvati along for now. My persuade is already really high, and I think keeping Parvati with me for high engineering might be useful. So I think I'm going to keep Parvati in the team. Alright, so Monarch. Cascadia landing pad. Interesting. Stellar Bay. Let's go to Stellar Bay then.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
There's a blockade? Okay. Sure enough, there's Felix. I guess that's a stickball ball? Alright. Well, we are good to go. I think I'm just going to check out and see what Monarch looks like, interact with a few things, and I think I might call it at this point. Something's fishy. I got another achievement. I don't know what it's for, but we'll see. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to go down here. Unless this is an elevator. Oh, it is. Alright. Oh, there was the switch.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
I mean, I just showed up in a new ship, so, yeah. Well, that is... You see?
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in.
Uh-huh.
There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are you doing out there?
You may not have heard,
doing out there?
You being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all.
I see.
Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes.
Yeah.
On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Carth.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Okay. Not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Okay. You saying the board's lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad.
Okay.
Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Alright, then I'm gonna have a look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Okay, what's the favor?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Signed by the Black Hole himself.
Okay.
Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with
Wild.
Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I'll ask about it.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
All right. Okay. Reserves. Okay. I'm sorry. Is that a future scythe you're wielding there, Mr. Sentinel, sir? All right, sure. Are you Nyoka?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Carth, you always this drunk?
Do you think this is drunk? I gotta, you need to get out more.
Uh-huh.
Sit, partake, buy me a drink and let's chat.
Sure.
Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
Business.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up.
Uh-huh.
You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine something?
There's some kind of pills.
They're very good.
Uh-huh.
I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Okay. You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Wait. What's happening? Okay. I was confused because I kept thinking the compass thing was going away.
Seem out of sorts to you?
Oh no, don't draw your weapon.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, you just stop by and I'll give you a medical examination whenever you like, young man. Ooh.
Hello, dearie.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Oh dear, she wants to
Like
give
the bedside manner, lady.
She wants to give me
Well,
an
it's so
examination
rare I
too.
get the pleasure of new company.
Yeah.
What can Auntie Abigail do for
Dear
you?
Lord, what can Auntie have do? Pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents.
Ah.
Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
You just can't trust people these days.
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those faces.
Mm-hmm.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub.
Oh, dear.
Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Well, Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us.
Ah.
Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Doesn't anybody else have it?
If so, I would love to know where. Sublight supplies don't come cheap.
I'd hope not. Fleecing's the mark of a real professional.
Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you. But there's not much I can do.
Oh, dear Lord.
Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Forgetful fellow, eh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
Uh-huh.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment.
Okay.
On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Okay. The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind.
Okay.
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
I guess I have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Dear Lord. I want to talk to her.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you?
Still need to pick up that caffeinoid.
And what a helpful young man. Who's your luck?
I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Don't blame me if I puke on your shoes.
Aren't you a saucy thing?
Oh, dear.
I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Oh, dear Lord. This got weird real fast. Oh, no. I have to select this one, don't I? I have to.
Much as I'd love to. My rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were...
Yes, private.
Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. I'll tease it out of you one way or another. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. After all...
All right. Why don't you just write down my name as lots of bits? I suppose that's reasonable.
Indeed.
Never mind. Alright. Well, after that very, very awkward interaction, I think I'm going to stop the stream for now. Hope anybody watching enjoys this. Oh dear Lord. Both of their pairs of eyes are... What are you doing? Stop moving like that. Are you trying to flank me? Is that what's happening? Stop it. Stop looking at me like that. Stop it. Stop looking at me like that. Nope. I'm done.